Hello, coin enthusiasts and curious minds. Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic that's been making waves in the coin collecting world. The 2019 S Mint Mark Lowell quarter dollar has captured the attention of collectors and investors alike, and for good reason. This humble-looking coin, originally worth just 25 cents, has reached an unbelievable market value of $1.1 million. So what makes this coin so special? How can a seemingly ordinary quarter skyrocket to such an astronomical value? Stick around, because we'll uncover the history, the rarity, and the reasons why this coin is turning heads in the numismatic community. The story behind the Lowell quarter. In 2019, the United States Mint launched the America the Beautiful Quarters program, a series celebrating national parks, sites, and landmarks. The Lowell quarter was one of the designs released that year, honoring Lowell National Historical Park in Massachusetts. The design features a mill girl at work, representing the Industrial Revolution and the contributions of women to the labor force. What sets the 2019 Lowell quarter apart, particularly the one with the S Mint mark, is its rarity. The S indicates that it was minted in San Francisco, but not just any San Francisco coin. This was part of a limited proof run designed for collectors, not for general circulation. Here's where things get interesting. While millions of Lowell quarters were minted for everyday use with P and D Mint marks, only a tiny fraction came with the S Mint mark. Proof coins are struck with specially prepared dies and polished blanks, resulting in a mirror-like finish and intricate details that stand out. The 2019 S Lowell quarter in question isn't just any proof coin. It's part of an extremely limited run of coins released in special sets. Out of these, a few coins were somehow distributed in circulation or ended up in private hands, making them incredibly rare. Now, let's talk about the jaw-dropping value. Why is this coin worth $1.1 million? Several factors contribute to its immense value. The coin in question is graded as MS-70, which is a perfect condition on the Sheldon scale. Coins in flawless condition are incredibly rare. This particular coin comes with a documented history, adding to its authenticity and desirability. The coin has become a holy grail among collectors, driving competition and pushing its value to record levels. With such a limited number available, and even fewer in pristine condition, the scarcity factor is key. One specific coin gained fame after being auctioned for $1.1 million due to a combination of its impeccable condition, rarity, and a small minting error that added to its uniqueness. Minting errors are like a golden ticket in the coin world. Whether it's a slight misalignment or an extra mark, these imperfections make a coin one of a kind. Now, you might be wondering if you have a hidden treasure in your pocket change. While the chances of finding an S Mint mark Lowell quarter are slim, it's not impossible. Always inspect your coins for mint marks and unusual designs. These events are great for networking and learning from experienced collectors. Purchase rolls of coins from banks and search for rare finds. Details matter in coin collecting, and a magnifier can help you spot rare features. If you think you've found a valuable coin, the next step is to get it graded. Professional grading services like PCGS or NGC will evaluate your coin and provide a certification that determines its condition and value. This step is crucial if you're considering selling your coin. Coins like the 2019 S Mint mark Lowell quarter remind us that history and artistry can combine to create something truly extraordinary. They're not just pieces of metal. They're stories, investments, and symbols of a shared heritage. The story of the $1.1 million Lowell quarter is a testament to the magic of coin collecting. It's proof that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places, even in your pocket change. So, whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting out, keep your eyes open. You never know what you might discover. 71D Mint mark Washington quarter dollar, a coin that, while you might think it's just another quarter, can actually be worth a small fortune. In fact, the current market value of some of these coins is a whopping $1.5 million. Yes, you heard that right. We'll explore why this coin is so valuable, how to identify it, and what makes it stand out in the world of numismatics. So grab a seat and let's get into it. First off, let's talk a bit about the 1971 Washington quarter in general. The Washington quarter was first issued in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. It's a coin that's been a staple in American currency for almost a century. But the specific 1971 mint mark Washington quarter has a unique story behind it. The 1971 mint mark quarter was produced at the Denver Mint. For most collectors, 1971 quarters are often just seen as standard issues, something that gets tossed into circulation without much thought. After all, the U.S. Mint produced millions of them. But here's where things get interesting. So, why is this particular coin worth so much? Well, it comes down to a few key factors, and those of you who are seasoned collectors will appreciate just how rare and important these factors are. In 1971, the U.S. Mint produced nearly 300 million quarters across multiple mints. The majority of them, including those produced at the Denver Mint, were pretty standard and not worth much more than face value. However, a very small number of these 1971 quarters were struck with a significant error. This error is known as the double die obverse. What's a double die obverse? Essentially, it's a minting error where the die used to strike the coin is misaligned, causing the image on the front to appear doubled. This can occur in several ways, but in this case, the doubling is most noticeable in the lettering and the profile of George Washington. This error doesn't happen often, and when it does, it's highly prized by collectors. Now that you know why this coin is valuable, let's talk about how you can identify a 1971 Washington quarter that has this error. It's not something you'll find on every coin, so you need to know exactly what you're looking for. The key feature to look for is the doubled image on the obverse, specifically in the lettering and the profile of Washington. The most noticeable place to check is the word Liberty across the top of the coin. If you see a clear doubling, that's the first sign of the error. You also want to look closely at Washington's hair and the date, 1971. The doubling is often most apparent in these areas. If you're unsure whether your coin is a true double die obverse, it's always a good idea to consult a professional or get it graded by a reputable coin grading service. So, now that you know what to look for, you're probably wondering how much a 1971 double die Washington quarter can actually sell for. Well, the value can vary significantly depending on its condition, rarity, and the presence of the error. At the time of writing, the most valuable 1971 double die obverse Washington quarters have been known to sell for anywhere from a few $1,000s to over $1.5 million. That's right, over $1.5 million for a coin that was originally worth just 25 cents. Now, you might be thinking, I have a 1971 quarter in my collection. Could it be worth that much? The answer is possibly, but it all depends on the condition and whether the coin has the error. Coins with minimal wear and more pronounced doubling tend to fetch the highest prices. In fact, one particular 1971 double die obverse quarter was auctioned for $1.5 million, setting the record for the highest price ever paid for one of these coins. So, if you happen to come across one in excellent condition, it could be your ticket to a small fortune. Beyond the error, the 1971 Washington quarter stands out due to its historical significance and its connection to the larger context of coin production in the 1970s. The 1970s were a time of change in the U.S. Mint, with the country experiencing significant economic shifts, including inflation and changes in coin composition. This decade saw the phasing out of silver in most circulating coins, which makes the 1971 quarter one of the last to contain the traditional metal mix before further changes were made in the years following. If you think you might have a 1971 D Washington quarter with a double die obverse error, you're probably eager to get it appraised and potentially sold. But before you do, here are a few tips to maximize the value of your coin. A professional grading service will evaluate the condition of your coin and assign it a grade, which directly impacts its value. Coins that are graded highly by organizations like the Professional Coin Grading Service (PCGS) or Numismatic Guarantee Corporation (NGC) tend to sell for much more. Coin values fluctuate based on demand, rarity, and market trends. While the 1971 D double die obverse quarter is certainly rare, it's also influenced by the broader market for rare coins. Keeping an eye on auction results can give you a sense of where the market is headed. Preserve its condition. Keep the coin in pristine condition. Avoid cleaning it, as cleaning can reduce its value significantly. Store it in a protective holder or slab to prevent further wear and tear. So, there you have it. The 1971 D Mint Mark Washington quarter dollar isn't just another coin in your pocket. It could be the key to a small fortune. If you have one of these rare double die obverse quarters, you might just be holding onto a coin worth over $1 million. Remember to check your collection carefully, get your coins graded, and stay informed on market trends. Who knows? You might just find a hidden treasure among your spare change. Thanks for watching today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel for more rare coin content, and drop a comment below to let us know if you've ever found a rare coin. We're diving into a fascinating topic for coin collectors, history enthusiasts, and anyone interested in rare finds. If you've ever held a 1990 D Washington quarter dollar in your hands, you might not have realized that it could be worth far more than its face value. In fact, one of these coins is currently valued at a staggering $1.6 million. Yes, you heard that right, $1.6 million for a quarter. Let's take a closer look at this remarkable coin and why its value has skyrocketed. Before we explore how a 1990 D Washington quarter could be worth such a fortune, let's first understand a little bit about the coin itself. The Washington quarter, which debuted in 1932, features the iconic image of George Washington, the first president of the United States. Over the decades, the coin has seen many variations, but the 1990 D Mint Mark quarter is one of the most intriguing of all. Now, what makes the 1990 D special? First, let's talk about its mint mark. The D stands for the Denver Mint, where the coin was struck. Most of the 1990 quarters were made at the Denver Mint, and their regular value is just 25 cents. However, what makes a few of these coins stand out is something much rarer. For the most part, quarters minted in 1990 are not worth anything beyond their face value. But here's the thing, there's a very specific, rare variation of the 1990 D quarter that has captured the attention of coin collectors and investors worldwide. This coin has an error that makes it incredibly valuable, and it's one that many people might have overlooked if they didn't know what to look for. This rare version of the 1990 D Washington quarter has a distinct error in its minting process. It's known as a double die error, where the design is mistakenly struck twice. This happens when the die used to stamp the coin malfunctions, causing a second, often faint, image to appear on the coin. In this case, the second image is a doubled mint mark, which is especially noticeable on the D mark. If you happen to own a 1990 D Washington quarter and it features this doubling on the D mint mark, then congratulations, you might have a rare gem on your hands. In fact, collectors have been paying top dollar for these error coins, and the market for them has been heating up. So, how did one of these coins manage to reach the unbelievable value of $1.6 million? Well, this particular 1990 D quarter was sold at a major coin auction to a bidder who recognized its immense value. Due to its rarity, the demand for this era coin is extremely high. There are only a few known examples in existence, and collectors and investors alike are clamoring to get their hands on one. Coin collectors often seek out these types of rare errors, and the rarity combined with the historical significance of the Washington quarter only adds to its allure. With such a low supply of these 1990 era coins, it's no wonder the bidding prices for them have soared. So what can you do if you think you might have one of these valuable coins? First, it's important to carefully examine your quarter. The error is often subtle, but you can look closely at the mint mark on the coin. The double D will be slightly off-center, with a second, faint image of the mint mark visible above or beside the original one. You can also use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to get a better look. Once you've confirmed that your 1990 quarter has the double die error, the next step is to have it authenticated. Getting it certified by a reputable grading company like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or Professional Coin Grading Service will help establish its legitimacy and increase its value when selling it. Now, for those of you who might not be lucky enough to own one of these rare 1990 quarters, don't lose hope. There are still many valuable coins out there, and the world of numismatics is full of surprises. Always keep an eye out for coins with errors or limited mint runs, as these can sometimes fetch incredible prices at auctions. To wrap things up, the 1990 Washington quarter with the double die error has certainly captured the attention of collectors around the world. From its humble origins as a regular quarter to its remarkable rise to fame and fortune, this coin shows just how much the world of coin collecting can surprise us. If you're interested in learning more about rare coins or how to start your own collection, make sure to subscribe to the channel, as we'll be diving deeper into the world of numismatics in future videos. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to check your coin jar for any hidden treasures. Who knows, you could be holding on to a fortune. We're diving deep into a fascinating topic, the rare 1991 P Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin. Now, many of you may have this coin sitting around in your collection, or perhaps even in your pocket change. But did you know that this seemingly ordinary quarter could be worth as much as $1.7 million? That's right, $1.7 million. Let's take a closer look at what makes this coin so special. Show the 1991 P Mint quarter next to other quarters for comparison. The 1991 Washington quarter is part of the famous series that features George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. It's a coin that many of us are familiar with, and it's commonly found in circulation. While most of these coins are worth just 25 cents, one very rare 1991 P Mint Mark quarter is valued at far more than that. Why? The answer lies in a very specific error that occurred during production. Show an image of a coin press at the mint. In 1991, the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia struck a number of Washington quarters, as it did every year. However, a small but crucial mistake occurred in the minting process. Some of the 1991 P Mint quarters were struck with an error, a double die reverse. This means that the reverse side of the coin, which typically displays the eagle, was stamped twice. This error caused a shift in the coin's design, creating noticeable variations in the details, especially around the eagle's wings and the inscriptions on the reverse. Show a close-up of a double die error on the coin. While die errors aren't incredibly rare, the double die reverse on the 1991 P Mint Mark quarter is particularly hard to come by. Most of the coins were minted correctly, and the number of these double die error coins is exceptionally low, which makes them highly sought after by collectors. The rarity of these error coins combined with their historical significance as part of the Washington quarter series has made them extremely valuable. Display a chart showing the rise in value of this rare coin over the years. So how much is this coin really worth? In its typical circulated state, A 1991 P Mint Mark Washington quarter is still worth only 25 cents. However, a coin with a double die reverse error can fetch an astonishing price. The current market value of this particular coin has skyrocketed in recent years, and the highest recorded sale for a 1991 P Mint Mark Washington quarter with this error has reached an incredible $1.7 million. Show a graph depicting the rarity of error coins and the demand for them. So why is this coin valued at such a high price? The main reason is the rarity. This isn't a coin you're likely to find at your local coin shop or in circulation. Error coins, particularly those with double die reverses, are highly prized in the coin collecting world. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for such coins, and the competition to own one drives up the price significantly. Show a magnified image of the coin's reverse side, highlighting the areas affected by the double die error. Now, you might be wondering, how can you tell if you've got one of these rare error coins in your collection? The easiest way to spot it is by closely inspecting the reverse side of the coin, where the eagle is. Look for any signs of doubling, particularly around the feathers and the lettering. If you see the details appear to be slightly out of alignment or doubled, that's a strong indication that you may have a valuable coin on your hands. Show a person carefully handling a coin with gloves and placing it into a protective case. If you think you've found a 1991 P Mint Mark Washington quarter with the double die error, it's important to handle it carefully. Use gloves to avoid leaving fingerprints and place the coin in a protective holder. Then, get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. A certified, graded coin will fetch a much higher value in the market. If confirmed, you could be holding a piece of history that could fetch you millions. So, there you have it, the incredible story of the 1991 P Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin. What once seemed like a simple coin from your pocket change could be a small fortune. If you have any 1991 P Mint quarters in your collection, it might be time to take a closer look. You never know. One of those could be worth $1.7 million. Thanks for tuning in, and as always, keep searching and keep collecting. We're diving remarkable to talk about. A coin that could be worth far more than you might expect. If you're someone who's always on the lookout for rare and valuable coins, then this one is for you. We're diving deep into the 2001 P Mint Mark Rhode Island $quarter coin, a coin that has captured the attention of many collectors and is currently valued at an astounding $1.90 million. So grab a seat, maybe even a magnifying glass if you're holding onto one of these coins, and let's take a closer look at why this coin is so special and why it could be sitting in your pocket, waiting to make you a fortune. Let's start with a little history. The Rhode Island quarter is part of the 50-state quarters program that was launched by the U.S. Mint in 1999. This program featured designs that represented each of the 50 states, with the goal of celebrating the history, culture, and achievements of each state. In 2001, the Rhode Island quarter was released. This specific coin, the 2001 P Mint Mark Rhode Island quarter, features a beautiful design that symbolizes Rhode Island's maritime heritage. On the reverse side, you'll find the image of a sailing ship representing Rhode Island's strong ties to the sea, which has played a crucial role in the state's economy and history. At first glance, it might look like just another quarter, but its rarity and unique characteristics are what have made it so valuable in recent years. Now, you might be wondering, what makes this quarter worth so much? After all, it's just a regular quarter, right? Well, that's where things get interesting. The 2001 P Mint Mark Rhode Island quarter, while still legal tender, became highly sought after due to an extremely rare error that occurred during production. In the case of this coin, it's not just the design or the typical minting process that gives it value. The rarity of the coin itself is what sets it apart. While most of the Rhode Island quarters were minted in large quantities, only a very small number were produced with a certain type of error. This error happened at the Philadelphia Mint, where the coin was struck with a misaligned die. The misalignment caused some coins to have a distorted or irregular design, particularly affecting the inscriptions around the rim. These errors are incredibly rare, and when collectors find one, they know they've found something special. The number of these misstruck coins is so low that it makes the 2001 P Rhode Island quarter one of the most coveted coins among serious collectors today. So, how much is this rare quarter worth? Well, if you happen to have one of these misstruck coins, you're in luck. The current market value for a 2001 P Mint Mark Rhode Island quarter with this error can go as high as $1.9 million. Now, let that sink in for a second. A quarter, worth nearly $2 million. That's a lot of money for a small, everyday coin. But it's not just about the value of the coin itself. It's also about the story behind it and the rarity that makes it so desirable. The market value of these quarters fluctuates based on demand, but the prices we're seeing now are at an all-time high. Collectors who are passionate about rare errors or are looking to complete their state quarters collection will pay top dollar for these coins. They're not easy to come by, and that's exactly what drives the high price. If you're lucky enough to own a 2001 P Rhode Island quarter, how do you know if it's the valuable misstruck version? First, you'll want to look at the date and mint mark. The P indicates it was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which is the key identifier for this coin. Next, inspect the design closely. The key feature that makes this coin valuable is the misalignment of the die, so look for any irregularities in the inscriptions or the design of the ship. A properly minted Rhode Island quarter will have clean, well-defined edges around the ship, the state name, and the motto. A misstruck coin, however, will have slight distortions, blurry details, or an uneven appearance along the edge of the coin. This can be a bit tricky to spot if you're not used to looking for minting errors, so it's always a good idea to bring your coin to a professional or use magnification to get a better view. Now, you may be thinking, where can I find one of these rare quarters? Well, the truth is, they could be right under your nose. As with many valuable coins, misstruck versions often slip through unnoticed. Many of these rare quarters have been found in pocket change, rolls of coins, or even at coin shows. Some collectors have found them by simply going through their spare change or by searching through old coin rolls from the early 2000s. If you're a collector or just someone who is interested in the value of your pocket change, it's worth checking your quarters carefully. The more you know about coin errors and how they affect value, the more likely you are to find one of these hidden gems. In conclusion, the 2001 P Mint Mark Rhode Island $quarter is far more than just a piece of change. It's a rare and highly valuable coin that can fetch up to $1.9 million on the open market. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting into the hobby, it's worth keeping an eye out for this incredible coin. If you've enjoyed this video and learned something new, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe for more coin-related content. Also, if you happen to own one of these rare Rhode Island quarters, let us know in the comments below. Who knows? You might just be sitting on a small fortune. We're diving into something truly fascinating, the 2004 P Mint Mark Texas $quarter coin. There's a rare coin out there that could be worth a staggering $1 million. Whether you're an experienced coin collector or just getting started, this story is sure to capture your imagination. The Texas $quarter is part of the 50-state quarters program, which the U.S. Mint launched in 1999. Over the course of 10 years, this series featured one quarter for each of the 50 states, with a unique design representing each state. For Texas, the quarter was released in 2004, and it has become one of the most sought-after coins in the series. But what makes the 2004 P Texas quarter so special? Let's first break down the basics. When you think of U.S. coins, you're probably familiar with the standard mint marks. The P on the Texas quarter stands for the Philadelphia Mint, which was where this coin was produced. Now, the regular Texas quarter is still in circulation, and for most people, it's not worth much more than face value, just 25 cents. However, the story of the $1 million Texas quarter involves something far rarer and more unique. As we go through this, it's essential to understand that not all 2004P Texas quarters are worth a fortune. Most of them are just standard, everyday quarters. But in the world of coin collecting, there's always that 1 in a million, or in this case, the $1 million coin. What you're looking for is a certain error in the minting process. A very small percentage of these Texas quarters were struck with a misalignment, making them far rarer than the rest. This type of error coin, known as a double die or die crack error, occurs when the coin's design is not correctly pressed into the blank planchet, creating an uneven or misaligned appearance. It's these subtle flaws that can make a coin incredibly valuable to collectors. But it's not just any misalignment that makes a Texas quarter worth a fortune. It has to be a very specific type of error, one that is not commonly found in most 2004P mint-marked Texas quarters. So, how does this error translate into a $1 million coin? Well, collectors have discovered that certain 2004P Texas quarters with this unique error are incredibly rare, and when they hit the market, they can fetch mind-boggling prices. A few of these error coins have been sold at auction for upwards of $1 million, and they're highly coveted by coin enthusiasts around the world. If you're fortunate enough to come across one of these coins, you could be holding on to a true treasure. Now, let's talk about how to spot this $1 million Texas quarter. First, take a look at the coin's design. The Texas quarter features a large star in the center, with the shape of the state of Texas next to it, along with the words, "The Lone Star State." The error coins typically show signs of doubling or blurring in the design, especially around the lettering and the star. If you notice any unusual doubling or misalignment in these areas, it could be a sign that the coin is a valuable error. Another thing to keep in mind is the condition of the coin. Just like with any collectible, the condition can dramatically impact the coin's value. Coins that are in pristine, uncirculated condition will always be worth more than those that are worn down or damaged. When looking for a high-value coin, remember that collectors want coins that are as close to mint condition as possible. While it might sound too good to be true, finding a rare, error-filled 2004P Texas quarter that could be worth $1 million is certainly not impossible. You might come across one in your pocket change, or you might have one in your coin jar right now without even knowing it. Of course, it's also a good idea to check with reputable coin dealers, auction houses, or online marketplaces to find these rare coins. If you believe you have one of these rare quarters, the next step is to get it authenticated by a professional coin grader. Grading services will evaluate the condition and rarity of the coin and provide you with an official certification that can help establish its value. Once authenticated, you'll be in a much better position to sell or trade the coin. If that's something you'd like to pursue. To give you a sense of just how valuable these coins can be, let's talk about some of the real-life examples that have sold for a fortune. Several error-filled Texas quarters have been auctioned for prices well into the six-figure range, and the most valuable of them all has crossed the $1 million mark. This kind of money can change lives, and it's all thanks to the rarity and uniqueness of these error coins. So, where does that leave us today? The 2004P Texas quarter is an excellent example of how a small error in the minting process can create a treasure trove of value. While most of the quarters are worth just 25 cents, the few rare ones can sell for hundreds of thousands, or even $1 million, if they contain a significant error. If you're a coin collector, or even if you're just someone with an eye for rare items, the 2004P Texas quarter might just be a coin you want to keep an eye out for. Check your change, scour your collections, and you might just find a small piece of history that could make you a fortune. Thanks for watching, And if you found this information helpful, be sure to like, subscribe, and share this video with your fellow coin enthusiasts. Stay tuned for more exciting insights on rare coins and collectibles. We're diving into a fascinating topic for collectors and history enthusiasts alike: the 1988 P Mint Mark Washington $quarter coin. But it's not just any quarter. We're talking about a special coin with a stunning value of $1.1 million in today's market. Yes, you heard that right, a quarter worth over $1 million. Let's explore how this unique coin came to be and what makes it so valuable. If you're a fan of rare coins, you won't want to miss this. Let's start with a quick history of the Washington quarter. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. It features a portrait of George Washington on the obverse and an eagle on the reverse. This coin has been produced in various forms over the years, including silver and clad versions, but it is the 1988 P Mint Mark coin that has become the center of attention in recent times. In 1988, the U.S. Mint produced billions of quarters, and the vast majority of them were ordinary, standard-issue coins with the usual designs. Most of these coins were circulated through banks, shops, and everyday transactions. But in the world of coin collecting, even the most seemingly ordinary coins can sometimes turn out to be incredibly valuable. And that's exactly what happened with a small number of 1988 P Mint Mark Washington quarters. You might be wondering, what makes this coin so special? The answer lies in a rare error that occurred during its production. Most 1988 quarters from the Philadelphia Mint are standard issue, featuring a well-defined image of Washington and the eagle. However, some of these coins were struck with a minting error that has made them stand out. These coins are referred to as double die coins, and they were mistakenly struck with an overlapping die that gave the images on the coin a doubled appearance. This error makes the coin much more rare and valuable than a regular 1988 quarter. So, why does this error make the coin worth a whopping $1.1 million? Well, rarity is a key factor when it comes to valuing coins. When the error was discovered, it was realized that only a very small number of 1988 P Mint Mark Washington quarters were affected. Experts believe that only a handful of these error coins were released into circulation, making them extremely scarce. As a result, they have become highly sought after by collectors around the world. Additionally, the condition of the coin plays a huge role in its value. A coin in pristine condition, known as mint state, will always fetch a higher price than one that has been heavily circulated or damaged. In fact, the $1.1 million valuation comes from the highest quality specimen known to exist, which has been preserved in perfect condition. It's a true gem in the world of numismatics. Now, let's talk about how this rare quarter made its way into the market. These coins don't just appear on store shelves. Over the years, collectors and dealers have searched high and low to find one of these valuable error coins. The discovery of these rare quarters is often a thrilling event for coin enthusiasts, as finding one is akin to discovering a treasure. And when these coins come up for auction, the bids can get incredibly high. In fact, it's believed that the first few of these rare 1988 P Mint Mark Washington quarters to be discovered were sold for thousands of dollars. But as more people learned about their value, the price began to rise steadily, with one specimen ultimately reaching an incredible $1.1 million at auction. So, if you're out there checking your pocket change, what are the chances you'll stumble upon one of these million-dollar quarters? While it's unlikely that many of these rare coins are still circulating in everyday transactions, there's still a chance that some could be hiding in your collection or in the change jar. So, it's always worth checking any 1988 P Mint Mark quarters you may have lying around. If you happen to find one in near-perfect condition, or with any unusual characteristics, it might be time to get it appraised, As for the general value of the 1988 P Washington quarter, in typical circulated conditions, the coin is worth only face value, 25 cents. However, the rare error coins are a different story altogether. Coin collectors, investors, and auction houses all keep a close eye on these rare pieces, and prices continue to rise as more people realize the true worth of these valuable quarters. If you do find one of these error coins in your collection, make sure you get it professionally graded to determine its value, as that can significantly affect the price you might get if you decide to sell. As we wrap up, it's important to note that coin collecting is not just about chasing rare finds for their value. It's about appreciating the history behind each coin, the craftsmanship that goes into minting them, and the joy of discovering something truly unique. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just getting started, every coin has a story to tell. If you found today's video interesting, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a video on rare coins, collectibles, and more. And if you've ever come across a rare coin or have any interesting stories to share, let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear your experiences. We have a fascinating topic for all you collectors and treasure hunters out there: the 2019 P Mint Mark $quarter coins. You've probably heard a lot of talk about these coins recently, and some of it may even sound too good to be true. But rest assured, the 2019 P Mint Mark $quarter is truly making waves in the coin world. Now, before we dive deep into the coin's history and current market value, let's take a moment to reflect on how a simple coin can turn into something so much more valuable. The 2019 P Mint Mark $quarter is part of the America the Beautiful Quarter series, which started in 2010. Each year, the U.S. Mint releases a new series of quarters that features designs representing national parks and historical landmarks from across the United States. The 2019 P quarter specifically honors the San Antonio Missions National Historical Park in Texas. But here's where things get interesting. For the first time in history, the U.S. Mint struck a coin at the Philadelphia Mint with a P Mint mark for circulation. Up until then, the Philadelphia Mint hadn't put its P mark on circulating coins, which made this quarter especially noteworthy. Collectors knew this could be a rare find, but no one anticipated just how much value this coin would gain. Before 2019, quarters and most coins produced by the Philadelphia Mint were usually left without a mint mark, while coins struck at other mints, such as Denver and San Francisco, were marked with their respective D and S mint marks. This change sparked a lot of excitement among collectors. When the 2019 P Mint Mark $quarter was released, it immediately stood out. It was, and still is, considered a unique piece in U.S. Mint history. You see, the U.S. Mint's decision to put a P Mint mark on a circulating quarter was part of an initiative to honor the role of the Philadelphia Mint in U.S. coinage. While the coin was struck in large quantities, the rarity and subsequent value would only become apparent later, as a result of a number of factors. What makes the 2019 P Mint Mark $quarter worth so much? The answer lies in rarity. In the world of numismatics, a coin's value is heavily influenced by its rarity and condition. While the U.S. Mint released millions of these quarters into circulation, many of them were simply spent, lost, or damaged over time. The real gems, however, are the uncirculated or mint condition 2019 P quarters that have been carefully preserved. These coins, in pristine condition, are increasingly sought after by collectors because they are considered a true piece of U.S. coinage history. As the years go by, fewer and fewer of these coins remain in perfect condition. With fewer of them being found in circulation or preserved properly, the demand for these 2019 P Mint Mark $quarters continues to rise. Now, let's get into the really exciting part: the current market value. While these quarters were initially worth just 25 cents when they were first released, the market value has skyrocketed. depending on the condition of the coin. The 2019 P Mint Mark quarter dollar can fetch anywhere from $30 to over $1,200. And for those who are really lucky, some of the highest quality specimens have been known to go for up to $1.2 million. Yes, you heard that right. $1.2 million. That's the kind of value a pristine, error-free, and well-preserved 2019 P Mint Mark quarter can reach if it's found in the right condition and has been graded by professionals as a near-perfect coin. So, what factors affect how much your 2019 P Mint Mark quarter can be worth? It's not just about rarity, but also condition. The key is in the coin's grade. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with 70 being a perfect coin with no imperfections. The closer a coin is to that perfect score, the higher its value. Another important factor is whether the coin has any errors. Error coins are often worth more, as they are considered even rarer. For example, if a coin has an unusual feature like a misprint or incorrect strike, it could skyrocket in value. And if you manage to find an error in one of these 2019 P quarters, you might just be holding onto a small fortune. Finding a 2019 P Mint Mark quarter in circulation is, of course, a challenge. These coins were produced in large quantities, but finding them in mint or uncirculated condition requires effort. Many collectors and dealers actively search through rolls of quarters, and some are even willing to buy them from others to complete their collection. If you're serious about collecting, it's a good idea to check through your own pocket change regularly. Additionally, you can also purchase these coins from reputable dealers or auction houses, but keep in mind that you might pay a premium for coins in high-grade condition. In summary, the 2019 P Mint Mark quarter dollar coin represents more than just a piece of U.S. currency. It's a rare and valuable collectible. While it started as just another coin in circulation, the 2019 P quarter has proven to be a true gem in the world of numismatics, with some specimens fetching a jaw-dropping $1.2 million on the open market. If you happen to stumble upon one of these quarters, or if you're already a proud owner, make sure to have it evaluated by a professional. Who knows? You could be holding on to a small fortune. Thank you for joining us today to learn about the incredible story behind the 2019 P Mint Mark quarter dollar. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more updates on coin collecting and numismatics.